Alright. How's it going, everybody? Starwin back here again with another 2018 speedrun submission. This time around, Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake. So this is the sequel to Metal Gear on the MSX. And this is actually the prequel to Metal Gear Solid. What's really crazy about Metal Gear 2 is a lot of the things that happen in this game are used in Metal Gear Solid. A lot of people would say that Metal Gear 2, or I should say Metal Gear Solid, was a 3D remake of Metal Gear 2 because there's so many similar things in both of the games, which I'll try to point out during the run. I guess one thing to note before I do start, just like Metal Gear 1, the NTSC version of the game, which is the version that I'm running, is a little bit slower than the PAL version. The PAL version runs at a lower FPS, which the way they compensated for that was they increased Snake's movement speed by like 10%. But I'll be running the NTSC version because I don't like emulating and I don't have a PAL PS2. So, oops. Messing with the timer. Okay. Alright, let's go ahead and just jump right in. Alrighty, so right away you can see this is where Roy Campbell first makes his appearance in the series. So one thing to note, just immediately about this game, you're still trying not to get caught. Getting alert is really bad, you lose a lot of time. But one of the main differences from this game, from like Metal Gear 1, is all the enemies on the radar screen up in the top right are constantly moving. So think of it as everything's on a global timer. If you mess up your movement anywhere, there's a good chance that you'll not be able to do your movement that you've learned in the past. You'll have to improvise. Another little thing that they added in this game compared to Metal Gear 1 was the improved enemies' vision. They still can only see in a straight line, but they actually added the guards being able to actually turn their heads. So they kind of have like cone vision, but it's not that great. It's still pretty bad. Alrighty. Ignore the calls. We already know what to do. Not a big deal. So this guard that's moving right here, we're trying to beat him before he moves into the other screen, which, like I said, if you don't have tight movement, it's probably not going to happen. Alright, punch him to stun him. Wait for this guy to move up a little bit more, and we're just going to run right past him. Here I'm going to punch the elevator button, so the elevator can be moving while I'm getting this key card. Ooh, ooh, that was close. Oh man, I'm glad the vision isn't that good in this game. Alright, equip these items while the elevator's moving, and we're already about to come up to our first boss. It's the Black Ninja. Another similarity to Metal Gear Solid. This guy used to be a ally, but now he's turned evil. So it's a return of a major character from like a former game, decked out like a ninja, so like Gray Fox. So rations so we don't die. As you can see, this boss is actually completely random, but if you don't trigger an alert, before you get here, he'll do the same thing every single time. Usually that dude can teleport everywhere and just be a huge pain. Alright, so every time you beat a boss, you get a little bit of a life upgrade, and you get a life refill. So if you're really good, you really never have to use rations. This guy's might see us? Okay, good. This way. Wait for the elevator, go ahead and switch key cards. All the doors use different number of key cards, so you just have to know which one to have equipped at the time. Past this guy. I'm gonna shoot this wall right here to distract this guard. Punch this guy. And right here, I'm gonna trigger an alert on purpose. Doing that is gonna move this one guy, which you'll see in a second. We're about to be right there. We have to follow this guy around the like the woods, and usually he would be on this screen right here. But since I triggered that alert, he's already moving on to the next screen. So this is about to be 3 minutes of just pure boredom. We just have to follow this guy and not get caught. So, during this time, I'll just feed you some, similarity facts. What's a good one? Oh, later on in the run, we're gonna be fighting 4 enemies in an elevator. Guess what? Metal Gear Solid did that too. Having to use a plastic explosive on a door to reach a new area. Using temperature to change an object into a key. Heating up frozen rations. Like, it's amazing. Like, everything from Metal Gear 2 in some form or fashion is in Metal Gear Solid. The whole running up the stairs in Metal Gear Solid for, like, just being chased by guards, that happened in this game first. Fighting Metal Gear, like someone piloting the Metal Gear. God, someone being disguised as a female that you have to make contact with. Or I should say, someone disguised as a soldier who is female. Sorry, that was bad. Having to find an animal or kill an animal to get an item. Like, it's amazing. This is truly the best experience for 2D Metal Gear, for sure. Oh, and then one of the biggest ones of all that really makes me happy is having to look at the back of the game package to learn a radio frequency. Everyone knows that from Metal Gear Solid, having to look at the back of the PlayStation box to see the codec code for Meryl. You had to do that in this game too. Trust me, play the game for yourself, and if you've played Metal Gear Solid, you're gonna notice a lot of things, and it's really cool, man. This is definitely my personal favorite Metal Gear game in the series. And it sucks because this game originally didn't come out in America. It didn't see stateside until Metal Gear Solid 3 Subsistence came out. I think it was Subsistence, is that the one? Yeah. It was on there, and then they put it on the HD collection. So. Give these games a chance. Give 2D Metal Gear a chance. It's a lot of fun. Alright, almost done with the following segment. Just one more time right here. You know, that actually went by a lot quicker when I'm actually just talking about, like, Metal Gear facts. Right there, that knocking noise is supposed to be your hint for the codec. And now that we know this whole area, we don't have to worry about the green beret guy anymore. We can freely come back to this area as many times as we want. Alright, so right here, we're about to head to this small desert area right here to pick up some landmines for the next boss. There's one. Oops. 4, 5, 6, 7. And for some reason I picked up 8, but that's fine. This part here can be kind of tricky if you don't know the path. That'll happen. You'll fall into the swamp. And if that happens, you will slowly sink until you die. I should still be able to fight the boss. It'd be nice to have full health, but I'm pretty sure we'll be okay. Let's see if this guy sees us. No. Alright, the next boss is Running Man. He is actually Hideo Kojima's favorite boss that he's ever designed. He's an Olympian runner. Look how fast he is. He's like this blinding speed. We're gonna kind of trick them. We're gonna put these mines on the ground. Come back out here to get our oxygen back, and we should be okay if we don't mess this up. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ooh, just barely. We just barely killed him. And that's Running Man. But thank goodness we get a health refill and a little bit of a health upgrade. That was clutch. Oh, R2. Punch this guy so he doesn't see us. Not really a big deal because the alert would just go away, but it's better just not having to sit there and wait for the alert to start. Ooh, ooh. I went down too far. Even I mess this up frequently. Because if you're a pixel off, you will fall in. Alright, before we head to the desert area, we need to go back to the building and get these Stinger missiles. Because we're going to fight the Hind D. Yes, the Hind D for the second time makes its appearance. You fought the Hind D in Metal Gear 1, you fight a Hind D in this one, and you fight a Hind D in Metal Gear Solid. So it's a staple boss for sure. That guy on the left is going to come down here with me. We're gonna punch the wall. So both these guys are gonna come towards me and investigate the noise. While we're over here getting the Stinger missiles for the Hind fight. What's really cool is these guys are now on top of each other, so I just gotta punch once, and now they're both stunned. Gotta head back to the desert. Try to beat the Green Beret guy from coming in here, because he can spot us. Not a big deal, but just have to wait for the alert to start. Lose about a second. We're also going to be introduced into one of the mechanics that's really not going to come to effect in the run. supposed to just take those. And that's squeaky sand. For some reason, this sand makes a noise when you walk on it. You're supposed to, like... I think you're supposed to, like, sneak and just, like, crawl on the ground, but you don't have to. The guards will always be in a certain position every single time, and you'll be able to get past that part without having to, like, take your time. So this is the Hind D fight. It's a really, really cool concept in 2D. It's going to go off screen, and we just have to watch the radar and see where it's going to be. It's a really quick fight. Just have to put the reticule on the dot and fire. And it's 4 shots. Alright. And you also get a health refill from that too, so... Every boss, man. Health is going to be really big towards the end of the game. This area can be kind of tricky. You gotta wait for this guy to stop looking over here. Punch him. Punch the truck. Punch this guy. Hey, and there's another staple, the cardboard box. Oh, I forget. Campbell wants to change his phone number. He also recommends getting the box and using it to get in here. So you have to call him before the conveyor belt will actually start moving. Right here, I'm going to try to punch this guy. Stun him. Grab this ration. And, ooh, who's this? That was Holly. She's saying that she's trapped and needs help. You can only answer that codec call on that screen. So if you forget, you have to come all the way back. And that can be a pain, because Holly is pretty far away. So this room is really, really big. There's a lot of guards in it, so... triggering an alert can kind of mess up their pattern, so you really don't want to do that here. I'm just gonna wait for this guy to keep going. Alright. Now we're gonna go down to the sewers. And rescue Holly. But not until we get the C4. We gotta blow up a wall in order to get to where she's at. Everything is Metal Gear Solid. Everything Metal Gear Solid did, this game did it first. Also, God, the sound chip in this, like, for the MSX is so pretty. All the music in this game is fantastic. Card 4, and I don't have anything equipped. Right here, I'm gonna go down here. When you're in the deeper part of the water, you'll actually move faster. And we need to get some air back. We need to go up here. Actually going all the way over here just to get grenades for the next boss fight. We'll be coming back to this area later. Go ahead and switch to key card 2. Oh, I need to go up, not down. So right here, I'm just going to trigger an alert. And this is really cool. Grab both grenades. This guy's going to come in here and not see me. And then I'm just going to be able to leave. Switch to key card 2. Get out of here. Let's just, yeah, I'd say the soldiers, every time they come out right here to start looking for me, they will always go to the right. As long as you're on the left, you're never going to get caught. Alright, back into the water, and we need to go back upstairs. We actually need to go to a different elevator. Dodge the mines, because hitting those is really bad. Ugh, okay. I shouldn't have to get up for more oxygen. Nice. Alright. There we go, sorry. I went to key items instead of weapons. So we got 30 grenades. All for the next boss. I don't know why Big Boss decided to make this room just a huge maze. It's kind of weird. Oh yeah, spoilers, Big Boss is the final boss. Though that should already be given. In Metal Gear 1, you find out that he's not on your side. And now we just get to sit here and wait. We're going all the way to the 30th floor. So all the bosses we're fighting, they're known as the Zanzibar Land Forces. So it's kind of like, you know, right now, Snake's a part of Foxhound, and Roy's like the leading officer. Kaz Miller is, you know, still... You can actually call him and talk to him. So Metal Gear Solid, Liquid becomes the commander of Foxhound and has the Foxhound unit. But right now, Big Boss is sending out his strongest men. And this is man who goes left and right and throws grenades. Also known as Red Blaster. Gonna keep on this screen for about 6 grenades, and then we're gonna go ahead and go to this side. Those little wires you can keep running into until they break. I did not hit him. Okay. Trying to fall in that trap door. Usually on the last hit, you can walk across that trap door and just kind of like float over it. Alright, go ahead and equip this ration and plastic explosive. Oh, please land, that'd be amazing. Oh, that is god tier RNG. That pigeon had a codec message on it. Once you decode it, you can contact Dr. Marv, but he only speaks Czech, and we don't know how to, so now we're gonna ask Dr. Madnar. And he tells us, hey, I don't know Czech, but I know this chick that's here named Gustava. She knows how to speak Czech. Go find her. She's dressed up like a soldier. So, now we need to go to the woman's restroom and find Gustava. Gotta equip the C4 because you're not allowed to punch with C4 equipped. When you have C4 equipped, you press square to put it down, and you press circle to make it explode. So. And we just patiently wait, going down this elevator. Oh yeah, that's me crouching right there made me think that in Metal Gear Solid 1, they actually didn't, Metal Gear Solid 1, Metal Gear 1, they actually didn't have the ability to crouch, so crouching is actually a new mechanic in this game. I think Hideo Kojima would agree that this is like what he wanted for the Metal Gear series, just sneaking, like there's action, but you're not trying to be caught, like... Did a very good job with this game, and then made it even better in Metal Gear Solid. Metal Gear Solid games really do work well in 3D. Alright, back into the sewers, and we're gonna go back to that one area where we got the grenades. Take a little shortcut right here. Dodge those bombs, and get into the deep water. Go up. Sometimes if you're not holding in the right direction, you'll miss this. Like, if I would have missed that, I would have to circle all the way around. And it loses about 30-40 seconds. Alright, we're gonna go back up to the first floor. I'm gonna pop out in a spot that you might recognize. It was at the very beginning of the run. It's where I had punched the elevator button to go grab a key card. But this time we're gonna, instead of going back down, we're gonna go up to the 4th floor. Now that we have the items that we need to keep on progressing. And we're also gonna be introduced to another little mechanic in the game. Go in here, punch this guy. Right here I need to wait. This is like a sonar. Even if you get hit by any of those red lines, an alert will trigger. It's not like you can stand in it and not move. It will be able to sense you. Nice. And that movement right there is really, really strict. That camera, you're like pixels away from getting caught by that camera and triggering an alert. Keycard 1. 4. You're supposed to have night vision goggles for this room right here. There are trap doors, so you just gotta be really careful. Alright. Got a bunch of mannequins right here. And gotta go to RNG. That guy can appear in a lot of different spots. We got all these guys being disguised as soldiers. That guy usually is, like, always a soldier. Wow. Not triggering alert there is really good, so if this was a big boss run, that would have been perfect. I think you're allowed to get 6 alerts in a big boss run. And I can't remember, it's like 2 of them are automatically triggered. So getting good RNG in that spot once, like, more or less will guarantee you a big boss run. You also can't use rations in a big boss run, but since you get health upgrades and health refills from boss fights, it's really not a big deal. It's one of the more doable... Oh, gotta go down. It's one of the more doable things to do in, like, a marathon. Alright, Gustava is now with us. We're gonna go save Dr. Madnar now. Now we're like in the super sewers. Those are what I like to call floor cleaners. They are instant kills, so you have to be patient. Like this guy, he's gonna kill us, not really. They're very simple to dodge, but it's just if any of it, like if a pixel touches you, you'll die instantly. I've had that happen to me a lot of times in runs. You just gotta be patient. The elevator noise, though. Okay. Alright, we saved Dr. Madnar. Dr. Madnar was actually in Metal Gear 1, and now he's caught up in this mess again. Snake having to save the day. Gotta go down. Now we have keycard 5. We're gonna make our escape, and nothing bad's gonna happen. And right there, Dr. Madnar's like, I'm tired, I need a break. So just give me a second. Get a little bit of exposition right here. Gustavo was like an ice skater, a really famous one, and then got caught up in all this mess. Exposition over though. We don't need none of that. We're almost home free. home free, and we can go home and eat Christmas dinner. But you know what? I feel like getting some mines for no reason. You know, just because. Not because something's gonna happen, just feel like I need to get those. Alright, right here it's a little cutscene. I can't skip any of the text, so enjoy. Look at that old man shuffle. Go, Gustava. We must make haste. We must go eat Christmas dinner. Alright, Christmas dinner, let's go. And rip. And sadly, Gustava is now dead. Who could have done this? What evil could kill this woman? Was it Big Boss? Or was it somebody else? Maybe it was an old friend. It was Gray Fox. Yes, the same Gray Fox. The cyborg ninja. For people that played Metal Gear Solid, when you fight the cyborg ninja for the first time, he talks about Snake's like, oh, it's like when we did hand-to-hand combat on the battlefield. It was like they were like on a minefield. We actually do that boss fight in this game. Oh, going the wrong way. Don't need to go up yet. We actually need to backtrack and go grab a very important item that'll get us to the next area in the game. And that would be a hang glider. Squeaky sand, here we come. So these guys will always be positioned right where you want them to be. Same for these guys. Right here we can't tank the mines. We need to actually pick them up. Sorry, I got really scared right there because I tend to get hit by one of the mines because, like I said, if a pixel touches it, you're gonna take damage, and it's really bad to take damage right here. Because the next boss fight can be kind of difficult. Also, when Gustava died, she gave us her brooch, which has it's a brooch that has the letters Z and L, which it stands for Zanzibar land, which is where we're at. That's gonna come into it's gonna be really crucial in a little bit. Very important item. Switch to keycard 6. And only one of these guys is real, and it's this one. If you look at the radar, you can actually see a blinking dot that indicates that that's an enemy, and the rest are just dummies. So paying attention to your radar is a good thing. Alright, instead of going back to the way we came and, hang gliding off the building, we actually are going to go ahead and get a very important item that you technically don't know about until later on in the game. Switch to keycard 4. And we're actually going back to the area with the women's restroom. So you're about to see a a bunch of familiar screens. And it's pretty much do the same thing. Nothing different. And nice. Got past that guy. We are golden. Go ahead and switch to keycard 1. Again, be very, very, very careful in this room. Hey, I guess I didn't mention there's kids running around here everywhere, so kind of reminiscent to like, well, think of it like Metal Gear Solid 5, how they take refugee kids and take them off the battlefield. Nice. Okay. So I only got one alert right there. That was really good. Switch to key card 1. We actually need to go into this room right here, which is a cooler. And then we need to equip the key. I mean the brooch, which will turn into a key. You don't find out about this until, like, way later in the game. So you'd have to do a bunch of backtracking and come all the way back here. But since we know about it, we can go ahead and do it now, and then not have to worry about coming back here. So again, like Metal Gear Solid, it's like getting the PAL key and having to freeze it and then having to get it really hot in order to activate Metal Gear. Though I like how this game executed it. Metal Gear Solid was kind of a pain, having to backtrack so far away. Getting close to the next boss, too. Alright, now we're back here again. I promise you're about to see some new stuff. Pretty much done with all the backtracking. I am, however, going to grab some more mines since they've respawned. I'll go ahead and equip those. Very, very important items right there. Need them for the next boss fight. Alright, now we're going to go to the very top of this building and jump off of it with the hang glider and get to the next area. I think the only way you can get back to this area is by a truck. Usually we go down in this elevator, and it's all we've been doing throughout the run. This time we're gonna go up. And I'm gonna do some things, like put some mines down for no reason. Now we wait. Hey, why you stop? I'm trying to get to the 20th floor. I hate you. Oh, it's Gray Fox. Of course. Alright, so this is the 4 horsemen. And these guys are just gonna keep doing their thing. These guys are gonna do their thing. And I actually need 7 mines for something to get slower, so we actually end the fight. Last hit was a grenade. So yeah, this is a pretty funny boss fight. And see you later, nerd. Sad part is this elevator is now null and void. So now we gotta backtrack. Also, if you walk over these grates, they'll make noise. So if there's any enemies on screen, they will hear you. and try to go check out the noise. Even the enemies on the other side of the wall. So hitting a grate while an enemy's on the screen will waste time. I need keycard 7 and some C4. Alright, we need to get to the very top of this place, so we're actually gonna bomb a hidden area right here. I'm gonna go ahead and trigger an alert because it doesn't matter. Because now we're at a forced alert right here. The classic running up the stairs. Just imagine you're playing Final Fantasy VII and you're going up the Shinra stairs. Just get ready to see this for a little bit, because we gotta go all the way up to floor 20. These guys will never catch you as long as you keep moving. In Metal Gear Solid, you have to use stun grenades because the enemies that are running behind you run way faster than Snake. They even put up little traps to try to make you slow down, but it doesn't even matter. Or 17. Ugh. I'm wishing this would go faster. It just can't, Hey, grab some ammo for a pistol. We'll need that for a little bit later, towards the end of the run. Floor 17 is where they start putting floor traps down, but I'm going to show you that you can just kind of keep moving and not have to worry about them. It does not matter. Almost there, guys. Almost there. One more go around. Alright, and we're here. I'm gonna go ahead and unequip the C4 because I need to punch a wall up here to distract the guard. That guy's not even gonna come over here to check it out. Punch this wall so that guard starts walking over there. After running up 20 flights of stairs, I think Snake needs a smoke break. That's actually a mandatory. Snake actually uses the cigarette smoke to know when the wind is going into the right direction so he can jump off the building. You can actually use smoke grenades to do the same thing, but you can also do it with the cigarettes. Also, this is best song in game right here. Oh, God, I love that song so much. Alright, now we're in the second area, guys. And we need to go get an egg. A very, very important egg. Right here, I'm going to go ahead and equip these rations and grenades. Because we're about to fight Jungle Evil. So this guy can appear on one of the 4 screens, as you can see on the radar. But we're hoping that he appears on the screen that we're on. so far. Good RNG. It'd be better if you would get near the box when he appears, because you have a better chance of not taking damage. Just like that, all of his shots will just hit the hole. And he's actually being really nice today. Alright, one more shot and he is done. Not bad, man. Not a bad play. He'll drop key card 8. Now we can move up to this area up here. We actually... There's only one more key card left. So I want this guard to see me right here. Because it actually disables the cameras right here. They're active now, but it doesn't. All thing it does is turn on gas. Alright, so now we got an egg. And we got an egg for a really, really hilarious reason. You'll find out soon enough, I promise. Equip it. You're slowly gonna start seeing hatch. That's not a big deal. Grab all that stuff. You really don't have to grab those smoke grenades. But you definitely need to grab grenades and the brown ration. There's 3 types of rations in this game. There's like the brown ones, the green ones, and the yellow ones. And each of them serve a different purpose. Like for example, the green one that I had equipped earlier attracted the bird, so it would land so I could get the codec message. The yellow one has cheese in it, which I'm going to need later on to attract these rodents. And the brown ones are used to absorb acid on the ground for these traps. And you need 3 of them to access the end of the game. Seriously, they're just like yellow acid, like just little puddles, and if Snake touches them, he'll melt and instantly die. So you kind of use those to damage boost over. Also, this guard is oblivious to everything. You can make as much noise as you want, and he will not care. He will react to one noise, though, and that is the thing that's going to be hatching out of this egg. Oh, almost there. What's it gonna be? It's an owl. So, you get the egg, you hatch the owl's gonna hoot, the guy's gonna think it's nighttime, so he's gonna turn off the laser. It's so convoluted, it's amazing. Like, damn, I'm gonna be late. And that's all you need the owl for. That's it. There is another egg in the game, and when you hatch it, it'll hatch a snake, and when it hatches, the snake eats all of your rations. Alright, and here there's a floor cleaner. Try not to get hit by him. Key card 8. If that thing does not leave the screen, it will kill you. If you try to move. Oh, I switched too early. Alright, I guess that kind of saved me. A couple of guys in here. Gonna punch that guy. Go punch this button. And I'll also punch this guy so he doesn't see me either. And now we're about to fight Nightflight. This is a really cool boss. It uses the whole certain types of flooring make certain types of noise, because this guy's invisible the whole time, so you have to listen to the sound the floor's making, and that's how you find out where he's at. But I don't really need to equip any rations. We can just sit here and tank them. Because we'll always come back to this spot. Kind of being a jerk. One more shot. So, every boss usually drops a key, but he doesn't. It's kind of annoying. I need to punch that real quick. And here are these little pits of acid. As you see, every time I walk over one, the ration just goes away. So we need key card 9 to get into that door. And since Night Fright didn't have his, we have to go find it. And of all places, it's actually back where we fought Jungle Evil. I guess he dropped it somewhere. Or Jungle Evil had like 2 key cards and lost one of them. I can't remember the exact reason. It's something really silly. Thing to come back up. Oh god, key card 8. Oh my god, help me. Oh man. Alright, this guard's probably gonna see me. I'm actually so he doesn't see me. I don't want to alert to trigger. This thing just should be active when I come out. Yeah, that thing always activates when you come out. Just go around it. Deal with these 2 guys again. Just gotta punch them. Go to key card 7. But once we get this last key card and backtrack back to the acid pool area, that's gonna be it. We'll start getting to the final bosses. Alright, got the key card. And we'll start backtracking. The guard should be in like the same pattern as last time. Alert did trigger, but even if it does happen, it's really not that big of a deal. There we go. This thing, you gotta... I didn't walk down immediately, so triggering the alert's not really a big deal. You just have to make sure that when you do trigger an alert, you saw how the soldier came onto the screen right where I like entered the screen. Oh. Let's see if I can't get rid of this. Okay. So the guard will always come from behind you. So if you do trigger an alert, your main objective is to get off the screen and like out of their vision immediately, because they're gonna appear right behind you. Alrighty. That guy was gonna see me no matter what. Because the movement was bad. So to get rid of this alert, I'm gonna go in, go out, and go back in. What's cool, those enemies will just disappear. It's not the fastest way to deal with it. The quickest way, of course, is not getting caught, but still works. The mines. I need them. Like I said, I needed mines earlier. I needed 7 mines exactly. You're about to find out why. Oh no, Dr. Marv is dead. Time for the plot twist. Oh yeah, they're talking about like a key in order to open up that little closet area right there, which we have. This is where you find out about that key being the brooch. Now Holly's telling you that Dr. Madnar is a traitor and he's gonna kill you. But I say, come at me, bro. We put all those mines on the ground. We just kind of let the mines do the work until he dies. He's a strong old man. Like, he can kill you. So this is one method of doing it. You actually can use stinger missiles. Kind of overkill. Alright, crawl in here while having the ration with the cheese equipped. Now all these rats are gonna come out and try to attack me. Though, I think these things aren't really rats. They're like called like Zanzibar land poisonous hamsters or something. I don't know. And then we grab the cartridge, which is actually mimicking the MSX cartridge. If you look really closely, the cartridge actually had the Metal Gear, not Metal Gear, the Konami logo. And more exposition. Dr. Madnar telling us his final wishes to destroy Metal Gear and to throw grenades at its legs. Exactly how you beat Metal Gear in the first game. But in Metal Gear 1, the Metal Gear was just stationary. No one was piloting it. This time around, though, Gray Fox is piloting Metal Gear. So we gotta throw 12 grenades at its legs. Make sure you don't get too close. You want to grenade can miss. Nice. Didn't have to use the wrench. It's the Metal Gear fight. Easy peasy. But now we're getting to the minefield fight with Gray Fox. You think, oh man, high level CQC. Oh yeah, I forgot we're on fire. Gray Fox also stole the cartridge. So everything in our inventory is on fire. Somehow the owl escaped, so it's not on fire. So we have to get rid of everything in our inventory. We can use the rations to heal. But right here, we gotta fight Gray Fox and CQC. Or just, you know, walk over the mines until he dies. Takes 4 mines to kill him. Never have to punch him. Alright, now we got the cartridge, and all that's left is fighting Big Boss. Oh man, there he is. There's the man himself. So this is a really cool boss fight. He's hidden key cards everywhere. We have to figure out which keys work on what doors. He gave us something to fight him with, and it's, I can't remember what it's called. It's some kind of, like, really highly flammable spray. Oh. I didn't even pick up that keycard. Keycard 6 is actually a bait. You don't have to pick up that one. So let's go into this door in a little bit. Go ahead and use the ration to get rid of the acid pit. I'll be able to grab the lighter. Gotta be really careful. You gotta immediately move to the right there so you don't walk into the acid. Alright, now we just need to get the spray, I can't remember what it's called, and then we just have a makeshift flamethrower to fight Big Boss. He's kind of in a good position. We can actually hit him off screen, which is pretty cool. And every time we go off screen, his bullets won't follow. Kind of like how we baited Running Man earlier in the run. It's the same thing. And that's Big Boss. Now on fire. And there's another one. There's a good old classic line for you. It's not over yet. It's the same thing Liquid says when he's chasing you down the tunnel. It's not over yet, Snake. Caught on fire, then explodes. Absolutely terrible. Oh, mission over. Nah, just kidding. It's Holly. Alright. Holly's nice enough to give us a gun so we don't have to use a flamethrower. And, of all things, we now move way faster than we did throughout the entire run. For some reason, they let you move faster at this part. The escape is really, really easy. Sit here and shoot guards. There's no... It's really hard to die right here. Gotta get it to the pickup point and wait for Charlie to pick us up. Alright. One thing I'm gonna do is stand right here, and every time a guard comes up, I'm gonna shoot him. It's like 13 guards you gotta kill before Charlie shows up. If you were doing Big Boss, you'd actually have to be dodging him and running away. Alright. And that is Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake. We'll go ahead and watch the credits and look at the in-game timer. Christmas dinner, here we come. You guys watch the cutscene. I'll be back for the
Nice little twist at the end with the cartridge. Thought that was really cool.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, there you go. Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake. 2 rations, that's not bad. 13 alerts is bad, but it's an 8%. We ain't trying to big boss, so. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next submission. Thanks for watching, guys.